Hey, what's up? Nick from BioGear. Thank you for tuning into another video. In this one we have the finally redesigned Tumi Alpha Brief Pack, moving on from the Alpha 3 Brief Pack to the new just Alpha Brief Pack. So definitely in need of a redesign here, as the Alpha 2 and Alpha 3 were quite similar. It's time for a refresh. This one fits the bill, and yeah, let's get into it, see if this is something you should spend your money on. Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit of a long one. We're going to review the bag, we're going to talk about it, and then I want to start talking about a lot of just stuff regarding this bag and other bags too, just because this is a very expensive bag and it is a big refresh, so I want you to make sure that you got all your bases covered if you choose to listen to me babble on long enough. So yeah, Tumi Alpha Brief Pack here, again moving on from the Alpha 3 to the new Alpha refresh. So definitely a step in the right direction. This bag was in need of an overhaul and it finally got it. So this bag's dimensions I believe are 17 by 14 by 9. The previous Alpha Brief Pack was listed as 17 by 12 by 8, which I think was BS. I think they're just measuring the main body when they do 17 by 12 by 8. This 14 by 9 is more realistic. I did some measuring, and yes, pocket to pocket it is 14 inches, and front pocket to the rear is 9 inches. 9 inches on a backpack is quite deep. I am very comfortable with bags around the 6-inch mark. 8 inches usually like the biggest I care to go. 9 inches quite big. When you put the sucker on, you start going through doors and stuff. You're not opening them all the way and being careful. Yes, you will swing it into the stuff. But on the flip side, you have a bigger bag that can hold a lot more junk, and that's what a lot of people want. They want one backpack that holds a lot of stuff, not having several that are like me, where I have slim bags and thick bags so I can pick whatever I want for whatever day I want, because I'm a backpack nut. Anyway, getting back on subject here, the Brief Pack is the business line here on the Alpha side, and Alpha is notorious for being very popular with Tumi. When I think of Tumi bags, I think of Alpha first, just because this is the briefcases, the business products, the stuff that you'd expect a high-paying or high-paid professional to want to buy and look presentable in their office and whatever trade they're doing. So this bag is a good refresh from the Alpha 3. We do have a slimmer front and boxier overall design. The side pocket and stuff are a little more sleek and a little more contoured to the bag. We finally have some really neat features like magnetic zipper pulls, which is actually really cool. I'm glad to see that it moved from like the Arrive and the McLaren over to the Alpha products. And overall, just from my experience of having 3 brief packs in the past, this is a more structured bag, so it holds its shape a little better. They did add some more plastic sheeting or something up here to make sure the bag, even with a laptop in it, doesn't deform when you grab it by the top handle. Otherwise, I hated grabbing the top handle and watching my bag just get sucked in the middle. And overall, it does seem to stand up a little straighter too, as it doesn't have this little seam down here like the old ones did. So a lot of good positive changes and more pockets overall, so that's always welcome. So moving on into it, laptop compartment has 1 zipper like before, and you can zip this sucker around about from here to here, and then you have to pull this nice thick sheet out of the way because the back panel is quite sturdy on this bag, and you're presented with your new laptop compartment. So there is a new redesign on the padding. The padding is super nice, and it is on this back panel and on the front panel. And this is a 16-inch MacBook, which as you see fits in there with plenty of space. And you now have a second little divider inside here, so you can put your tablet or 2 laptops or something inside this bag without a problem. A 16-inch MacBook like mine does not quite fit inside this back panel back here, so anything smaller than that, 14-inch laptops and even some like external displays that are 16 inches at the absolute max, they barely fit mine in here, but anything smaller than that, if you're carrying like a 13 or 14 inch external display or a tablet, you can put that in here, no problem. So this little divider is padded. It does have a nice little pad sheet in between the stitching, so you do have some good protection in there too. The side padding is okay. There's not too much of it around the sides and the top. The bottom is quite padded. There's a good thick sheet down there, which is most important in my opinion. But yeah, definitely good padding and just a good simple tech spot that now has an extra divider, which I think was much needed. So moving on to the front main compartment here, the big main compartment, you have now zipper pulls that are magnetic. These are their own style zipper pulls, as in they're not shared with anybody. These aren't Arrive or anything like that. These are new designs for Alphas. So move those down to the sides here, and you're greeted by a nice gusseted, fully wide opening interior compartment, and especially in this colorway, which is the ultra blue and black. Freaking love it. I absolutely love the color on the inside of this bag. So lots of space in here, good amount of depth in there, and also another little padded, not necessarily padded, but another sheeted little divider here too, so you can actually throw even more tablets and whatnot inside here, even documents and whatnot. So yeah, plenty of space. There is a zippered pocket over here on the front lid, and that zippered pocket goes in pretty deep, as it comes in almost to my entire wrist. So you have a lot of nice space to drop some more organization in there too. And as usual for Alphas and Alpha Bravas, you got 2 little pockets here that are flat, just to drop some stuff into. So yeah, good main compartment for plenty of packing. As you can see too, this front lid is still pretty sturdy, and it's got good support in here too. There's a lot of hard pieces that help this bag maintain its shape even when you're stuffing it. So that is good. I love when my expensive bags are not a sack. I do not want a bag pack. I want a boxy backpack personally. And so that's my taste. That's what I spend money on, and I love it. So love that we have parkable zippers here too. You don't have to use this, but you have it, you should absolutely use it. It's really nice. Just, you're still gonna dangle a lot as everything else, you know, is loose, but it's just cool. It's a really neat feature. So yeah, moving on to the front of the bag, we do have 2 pockets just like we did before, except now it's a little more slick and follows a good line instead of having a bump and another bump. So I'm a little more partial to this. We do have the new top pocket in here too, which there's only these 2 little stretchy pockets, and these are really dense, stretchy pockets. They are elastic, but they are nice. I like the material that they're using here. It's a good thick material instead of just some crappy crummy netting or anything, which Tumi doesn't usually do netting, which is good. But yeah, very nice in there. You do have a few fingers, at least like 3 fingers worth of depth that you can put thicker objects in here. I have glasses in here, and they're not scrunched. You got a good amount of space up here. So that's that. Also on that front pocket, we do have the new monogram patch. We are going to the slim style now. So that's, like, in my opinion, the more premium style. The Harrisons, the Arrives, McLarens, they all use this same little thin slim patch. Now the Alpha's on that line. They were sharing it with the Alpha Bravo before with the little more square patch, but yeah, we got that now too, which I don't know how I feel about that. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I don't have a whole bunch of colored patches for this one. So yeah, moving on to the bottom pocket too though. You also have a good amount of space in here too. I believe about 4 fingers, almost my entire fist can go in here just fine with plenty of space and no resistance. So lots of space up here for this front pocket. You do have a zippered pocket in here, which you can unzip, get into, and do a little bit of separating. So that's nice. There are 2 pockets. No, I'm sorry, they moved it. So we have 1 big pocket, which is soft, and then we have 2 more pockets now. And we have our pen loops in here too. So yeah, there's plenty of organization inside this front compartment here now too. They did move the key leash out of here too, and I'll show you where that's at in a second. But yeah, I'm glad it's out. But now that you have a lot of room to dump in things like AirPods, drawing gloves, knickknacks, whatever you want. So yeah, good thick compartment in there. Like I said, it's a little over an inch, almost 2 inches deep in this, about 2 inches actually in this front section here. So that's cool. Side pockets did get side pockets now. So your side pockets have side pockets. You have U pockets on the very outside, and this is where the key leash was moved to, was this outer U pocket. So this one has polyester in there, which is cool. And you can put whatever you want. They intend for you to put keys, and that's that. And then you have an L pocket on both sides as well. This L pocket, the L pocket that does not have the luggage tag mounted to it, is the one that has the polyester on the inside. So you can open this up, throw whatever, sunglasses, cell phones, anything else you want here too. There's nothing else in here, no pockets, nothing to scratch a screen or glass. So it's a good safe pocket. The opposite side that has the newly redesigned luggage tag, which is really cool, nice and flat, and opens up to your credentials. This is a good little redesign. But this U pocket does not have anything on it too, so it's a good safe pocket for screens, glasses, etc. And then past that U pocket, you have your water bottle pocket. This water bottle rubber lined pocket no longer has a spill port in it, which is kind of interesting because Tumi's always put spill ports. And either I'm just missing it, but seriously, there is no spill port, which is unusual. I'm used to seeing one. Now this thing, let me get a bottle. All right, Tumi mug here. This pocket will hold a regular size water bottle, like a plastic 16.9 ounce bottle, but you put anything bigger like this in here, it's not gonna zip. Now it'll still hold it. It feels pretty snug, and if it's on your back, it's not falling forward because it can't go through your bag. But that's just something to be advised on. It's not a mega size pocket, which is okay, but it will hold this 16.9 inch bottle, and will hold so many other flasks too if you keep them within reason. It just won't zip shut, so be wary of that. Okay, moving on. Top handle is still nice and plush and leather, which is really good. Now it holds more weight and doesn't bend, which is even better. And moving on to the backpack, this is the part where I tend to want to sell these brief packs after owning them for a while. Alpha bags have their own unique shape with the straps. They tend to want to contour your bag at a certain spot, i.e. really close to like high up your back, right? And so, as I'll demonstrate in a second, you can't really sag these bags down very much. They really want to be held up higher up on your, like closer to your shoulders than they do like your lower back, which is kind of annoying to me, but that's just how they designed it. The straps mounting below the top too enables kind of like an offset where when your bag gets heavy, it'll start putting a lot of pressure on your lower back, At least it did for me. That's why I did not keep 3 brief packs. I had a leather one, an Alpha X, and then I had a regular, just plain old nylon backpack. And I did not like any of them because of, especially with these straps being mounted even lower than this line on those bags, I did not like it. So moving on from that though, we do finally have a plastic retainer for your straps here, which, you know, these aren't Tumi branded or anything. There's nothing listed Tumi on it. They just seem cheap little tabs, but it's kind of nice to have because then it keeps your danglers from being, you know, keeps your adjusting straps from being all dangly on you. So that's kind of nice, at least on your $700 backpack, to have that. And then finally, they did actually change the hidden pocket back here for your cell phone. It's soft in here. It's like there's a fleece material, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen that, because normally they'll put like the interior polyester material in here, and this one's soft, and that's different. I've never seen that before. So yeah, that's cool. Can't complain about that. Back panel, still nice and padded, and it does have your slip through here for your suitcase, so you can put this on the trolley of your suitcase. But yeah, back to these straps though. Like I said, when you start packing this thing up, just because of where the straps are mounted at the base of the bag, they tend to fight me a little bit, and you got to keep these things higher. I can't go as low as I would normally want to go. I want this thing a little closer to my belt line on usual, but I've got to keep it higher so that way it doesn't start standing up on the edge of the straps. It'll not lay flat. It'll kind of get on the edge and dig into my shoulders a little bit. So you got to wear it properly, and if you're okay with that, then it's actually a pretty good bag and holds a ton of crap. So yeah, it's a good bag. I see why they sell so many of them, but yeah, they are also pretty thick. So moving on though, if this is something you're considering, this new design has moved up and up and up in price instead of being in the 500s like it used to be. Now this is a basically $700 bag, and I paid $750 after tax for this bag. Tumi doesn't send me anything. I have to buy all my own stuff. So hopefully, please, one day they'll acknowledge me and send me bags so I don't have to buy every one. And maybe one day I'll start being able to review bags that they send me. But yeah, still high quality, excellent backpack, right? I only really like to buy Tumi bags for the most part because of how just high quality they are. But the prices are going up, makes it harder to want to make purchases whenever they're that expensive. So you tend to just watch for sales when you can. As this is brand new, I don't think there's gonna be a sale for a while on a brief pack, but it is definitely worth watching out for. Be careful of eBay too. I've seen a lot of fake bags on the market. If you're okay with a fake bag, that's good on you, but I hate fake bags. And so if you are considering buying this or something else, the Alpha Bravo line, like the Nomadic and the Navigation, those are great, excellent bags. And this bag versus the Nomadic, I'd still probably take a Nomadic simply because the straps and the mounting and how it lays on my back is more comfortable for me. I think it still holds just as much stuff on the usual. And personally, I just like the way those bags look. The brief pack though, it's extremely useful. There's a reason why these things sell like hotcakes for Tumi. They're just really good business bags. And if you just don't care to, you know, wear it all the time, you care to handle, you know, carry it by the handle, it's even better now because now it doesn't want to sag in as much. So yeah, definitely a good bag. It was a much needed overhaul, and I think it got a lot of the changes it really needed. If there's anything I would have fixed, I would have probably just got these mounted up a little higher as far as the base point, the straps. I think that would have evened out a little bit more of my weight issues with this bag. But I might be my own little random little outlier case. So that may not be the same thing for anybody else. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for your support. And yeah, if you're looking to buy one of these, check my links to see if I have something that way I can get a kickback and hopefully be able to continue affording to review Tumi bags. So thank you guys. Have a good one. Take care.